Hiya buds, it is a Wednesday the 20th of May. I've got 2 days before I have to drop my car into the mechanic for a certain fix. And one of the 2 days is like this. Yes, still pissing it down with rain. However, not as cold today. It's kind of like warm and rainy. It's very rainy and very misty. But I think it's like 16 degrees. I'm out here just past 11 o'clock. Not much you can do walking wise and hiking wise on a day like this. You just get covered in mud and slime and you can't sit anywhere, you get absolutely drenched. Not my bag. But I'm thinking of using the roads and seeing maybe if I can get somewhere east. Perhaps city-ish, I'm not really sure. Might go up the M5, but yeah, kind of like this could be a road vlog maybe. This could be a driving mission to somewhere that I haven't been before. Not having a good day of it so far. I'm between Copplestone and Crediton. I think around a place called West Sandford in a bay, and everywhere I go there's just traffic, there's just tons and tons of cars. Even on the tiny roads there's just packed. Thousands and thousands of cars. Everyone's driving around like me, just in the rain on the tiny B roads and shit. And it's non-stop. And every time I set off to drive I keep getting tailgated. It's so fucking annoying so far. And this is me keeping off the major roads like the A30 and the M5 motorway. If I'd gone on those it would have been even worse. What is with today? Why is everyone out like filling the roads up? Overpopulation today seems more apparent than ever and I hate it. On the plus side, I mean, it's been raining, but it says at 1 PM it will dry up. At 3 PM it will get sunny a little bit and it will stay sunny, and it looks like the sunset is now at 9 PM and it's going to stay dry and sunny until then. And then the next 4 days I think are going to be dry heatwave days. So I think hopefully I'll be coming out of the rain now. That's at least one good thing that's going to happen. Look at this though, next few days. Thursday, that's tomorrow, 20 degrees, then 21, then 22. That's hot. 26 is pretty damn hot. Next Sunday, 25, also pretty damn hot, with lows of 15. So things are gonna get better. Just kind of late into my holiday, unfortunately. Anyway, between all this horrendous traffic, I'm trying to get to Tiverton via Crediton. Not a good sign. Alright folks, I'm in Tiverton and I've already seen one good thing and one bad thing. I guess I'm just parked in the estates. Oh no, there's a double mini roundabout coming up. I'm parked in the estates just outside Tiverton. There's like really amazing kind of hillscapes on the approach. There's like a village called Cadbury, I think, where there's this big hill there. It looks awesome. It looks like something I want to climb, but I think I saw a sign saying no public access, so I kind of need to get some ordnance survey maps of the area. And this is just one thing I wanted to see here. Amazing, good work. Pretty huge, and you see it on the roads coming in. Almost looks like it's like a cafe in there. Yeah, you just wonder how many different river valleys and things are down there. Obviously the X Valley is kind of close by, and I've been up there on the roads, and that would be an amazing place to do walks and stuff. I think there's a way that runs through it, X Valley Way or something. But there's so many deep valleys around here that you must think that there are tons of other streams and rivers around here too. Right, so I'm in Tiverton. I wonder if the River Exe runs through Tiverton. I'm in this car parking bay past the two roundabouts on the right. Gonna have a look around. So I think there's a castle, and I think there's a river. There's this pizza and burger bar. I thought this was a high street, but I guess not. Oh, we got some sort of cathedral. These are nice looking buildings actually. They're old, but they're nice. I like the style of these buildings. Reminds me kind of something in Bath, but slightly different. Let's go and look at their church. Navigate around from the church because it's more chill there. St. Paul Street. Some giant block buildings saying like healthcare or something. There's some tall hills surrounding us. There's lots of big hills and valleys in the area. Let's see one over the top of those chimney stacks over there. Big hill. Daisies. It seems like it's starting to dry up. Oh, I thought you could go in the churchyard, but not so much. So apparently if I go back to where I came down this nice little St. Paul Street with the houses, if I keep going in that direction, over the roundabout, I'll cross a river, which I assume is the Exe River. And then if I go left and keep going, there's a castle up there. Okay, I think the bridge is just up there, with Bridge Guest House at the end. An Indian restaurant. There you've got a pub that backs out onto the car parking where I am. Some kind of walking route there. Valley Way, I don't know what that's, maybe that's faded. I can see, oh, can't see a castle, but I can see a big church over there. This is quite wide. Is this the Exe? There's like some weirs down there. Oh, there's a way you can walk as well. That's pretty cool. It's cool how that diverts off down there, and then there's an iron, looks like railway thing in there. Okay, let's go up to that church thing. Biotechs, Bridge and Troll. I'm not sure if I'm going the right way at the moment. What is Biotechs? Male Envy, oh god, King Razor, Vape Town. It's a really nice old building up there. There's a strange monument thing. I don't know what that is. I like this building up here though. This is not where we're going, but I'm gonna go and check it out. Same town centre that direction? 1 minute to the town centre? I thought we were already in the town centre, to be honest. That's weird. Royal British Legion, Tiverton branch headquarters. This is a cool building up here. And there's another cool building over there. It's kind of yellowy brickwork. St. George's and St. Paul's. Look at this old building. And there's big tall hills around the back there. Amazing old stonework on the building. Yeah, so this whole area is like very unusual to me. Even driving up through Cadbury and that, everything looks very different from how I imagined it up here. This building up here. Yeah, lots to explore around here. And I'm glad the rain stopped. I wonder if I can see anything around the back of this one. Look at the old tiny stonework in here. There's something old there. In memory of village Exmoor, who died something sept 1777, and then it's all kind of rubbed off. These ancient stones. You are welcome to use this path when the gate is open, but it's not a public right of way. Users do so at their own risk. I wonder what sort of risk they calculate is possible to happen. Like, what's the risk exactly? Look at that hill back there. Oh. Is there something back here? I don't know. It's all becoming more like a council building around the back. Bike rack, car park. Gates are open. Well, there's more of a graveyard back there. Yeah, really interesting so far. The layout of this place is really interesting. Lots of hills in it and lots of space. Alright, we'll go back down there in a minute and check out the castle, but got annoyingly coloured signs here, but I saw signs to the centre, so I guess they've got a bigger high street than the one we saw. A little bit dilapidated in places. A few things closed down. A wide bit down here. Tania market. He's playing a Vietnam era rock song. I can't remember the name of it. Green Door Emporium. A Lloyd's Bank. And Argos. Edinburgh Woollen Mill. Oh, they got an EWM here.
That's right.
And the high street seems to fork and go downhill. There's like some sort of clock war memorial there. I might go and see that. I guess that would be towards the castle. Anbury's. Subway, pet food. Home fair. There's another old building. It's got gargoyles. What a weird looking business front that is. Curiosity Extra. Little dip down way there. What's that? A cafe that is closed for some reason, even though it's a weekday. Is this a bit more of the river? What is this? Are we on a bridge? There's a monument here, a statue to someone. Is that King George? The old one? Are we on the X, or is this a different one? Edward the Peacemaker. Can't say I remember who that is. Is that a seagull or something else down there? It's got quite a long nose. It's cool over there. Wow. A police station, unfortunately. What is this? Looks like you could almost go in it. J. Duncan Freeber, architect. F. Stempson, builder. This clock tower with the land surrounding it was presented to the borough of Tiverton. Thosford Esquire J.P., a native of this town, 1907. Does it have like a door on it? It does have a door. 1908. I don't know why it's that hollow inside, like I definitely see into it. And what's down here? Oh, there's a Tesco. Alright, no biggie, it's just a large Tesco here, but there are some big hills at the back overlooking it. Lomond Green. Street! Phoenix Lane, Pannier Market, Angel Terrace, Inglewood. You are here. Where did we walk from? We crossed here, we walked here, along here, and now we're here. So, where's the castle? There's the castle. If we go up Gold Street, Bampton, then Newport, we can get to the castle. That's really good, that building. I must have passed that by, but that's quite an old building. It's got some old inscriptions on it at the top. We're back at the Y junction, and I think this might be Bampton Street. Yeah, the Premier says Bampton Street stores, so we are. So if we go up here, we can access Newport Street somewhere on the left. Reaper's Organics, look at this, this is a nice old building as well. They even have a steakhouse. So apparently they call it Tivy, like Tavy. Let's find that street that goes to the left somewhere. covered way, a quite nice covered way, seems quite active. Ponte Vecchio, sounds very Italian. It's really a packed town, bigger than Tavistock I think. Very active. Tomato Bar. It's kind of city-ish here. I think that was the end of that part of the high street, and now it's become something else. Like an apartment district maybe. Lovely old building there. Newport Street. Golden Panda. I guess the castle's out on the right somewhere. That looks like a Cambridge style house. Okay, I gotta go and look at this. What's going on with the road here? What? What the hell is this? That is crazy. They preserved something inside the road. What was this? What a weird thing. What is that? It's like a canal. It's got little bridges, a little waterway. What did this used to be? Maybe there's a clock somewhere. No idea what this is, but it's very cool. There's a pub up there. Coolest thing I've seen here today, maybe the most unusual thing. And a bigger bridge. Helicopter somewhere like that. Shallow, whatever it was. Looks like water used to run down here. And then it just ends down here at a pipe. How odd. I wonder what that used to be. That's crazy. This building has something on it. Hit or Miss Alley, Hippopotamus Court, ancient tilt yard of the castle garrison. Okay, what's a tilt yard? Bit of old wall in there. Orangey, ancient brickwork. Got about 50 minutes, call it 40, and then got to get to the car and move on after that. The sun is coming out. Here's that church I think we saw from down near the water. Consecrated ground. Someone has written something in the rockwork. I see an 18 there. I'm not quite sure what that is. 74, 1874 maybe. WAROENS. Oh, hold on, Wardens? FM and HH. I don't know, I'm having a hard time reading that one. I think I can see the castle actually. I think the castle's the next building along. That's a shame. Look at the stained glass windows. They've gridded it up with, I guess it's something to try and hold the glass as the glass falls out. There's some beautiful stonework up here. And which flag is that? It's a St. George's flag, but it's got an insert of a shield. Godspeed. Godspeed.
Isn't this religious?
Oh, that's kind of funny. Lovely stonework all around. You go around it and then get to the castle that way, maybe. This is a grand place. Look at this building. This is enormous. This church tower. Absolutely huge. And there's the river again. Plane flying up there, and there's a bit of castliness, I guess. Let's try and get over there then. See the castle. I assume we can walk around the grounds of the castle, unless it's like a paid entry thing. Tight through here. Right, bud. What you have? Okay, Tiverton Castle. It seems to have some opening times on it. It's got admin fees, huh? That's a shame. Open Easter until the end of October. On Sundays, Thursdays and Bank Holiday Mondays. That's really specific. What day is it today? Today's a Wednesday, so I guess that doesn't count. Entry at main gate 50 yards. Admission £10. And get some views on it from the road, I suppose. Not sure where you enter to pay or whatever. Is this a door into like the entry point or? Oh wow. Where would you pay? I don't see any admission centre, to be fair. Not really sure. That's weird, it says how much you pay, but it doesn't say where you pay. Anyway, there appears to be some sort of school around here, which seems to have closed before 3, which is baffling to me. So I'm going to head back to the centre to avoid all these oncoming kiddies who seem to be coming out somewhere. I'm trying to redo that wall. I like the design on that flat entrance there. Interesting. Some more old buildings. I think we're down at that bit where the cool building was. So we're going to dip down. I think we might do a little bit of that canal walk before we go. Back here again. Out the bridge. Let's go down there. What does this mean? I'm guessing it means cars, because there are a bunch of people down there. Weird. Not really sure what that flag on the left's meant to be. But that's the church. I talked to a very English sounding bloke back there who said, yeah, this is just for anyone to walk down. He's not sure why it says no unauthorised entry up there. And I think this little bunch of stairs actually takes you to the car park, so that's pretty useful. Look how many pigeons! Why so many? I could make a shot for a John Woo film here. Yes, look at this. Love to see it. Love to see it. There's a lot of graffiti though. Not sure about these new build apartments. They look a bit odd. Right, it's 3:22. I'm just gonna walk down here until about 3:30 and then head back, just to give me enough time to kind of plan my way out of Tiverton and where I'm gonna go, because yeah, it's very impromptu. I might just go a completely different route than I came in. Mallards and a big diagonal weir and a bit of a beach. Can you go down there? I think you can. What is that insect? That's very strange. Half moth, half damselfly. Let's have a look at this little beach. It's kind of funny. Look at this little notched bit here, like a cog. Nice little river beach. Bit of a nasty road bridge. Mallards paddling, a couple of guys. And a high hill up there as well. Guy said there's a field on the end of this where you can go to follow the river, but I don't know. He said it might say unauthorized access on it, so I guess he just goes to through the field to follow the river. Don't know whether it is actually allowed or not. Probably go up to there where there's a ramp and a field opening and turn around. Some rapids here. Not sure why that is. So we've got a ramp, probably goes up into town near the road. It's like a disabled access ramp. And let's have a look at this field that the guy mentioned. Like a boating ramp type thing here as well. Some housing. That might be near the estate where I pulled in to get my bearings. No unauthorized access, yeah. So it's locked, it doesn't have a stile. I'm not quite sure how that guy gets over it. I guess he just vaults over the fence. That says to me that private field that a landlord has disallowed access to, so I think the guy is probably in the wrong for going through that, to be honest. But this bit, it seems like all of the public are hiking this bit. see where the ramp goes for a moment. It goes up here and it goes down to the road. It's next to the roundabout sign. Alright guys, that was a little trip to check out the town of Tiverton in North Devon. Thank you for watching. Okay, I don't know where I am now. I'm in a bay on a dual carriageway after leaving Tiverton, but I was expecting like one roundabout and then a left turn, and instead I got like 3 roundabouts and all sorts of turns, like straight ahead, left, and like I was initially aiming for Rackenford because I think that puts me on the correct road if I was going for Rackenford, but I could accidentally be facing like east or something. There are a lot of roundabouts. I could be up here facing Rackenford, or I could be facing this way. I don't really know. All I know is I just left Tiverton and I'm on a dual carriageway. Where's Rackenford then? I've even lost Rackenford on the map. I might be able to turn off near No Stone and then I kind of know where I am, but wow, confusing again. Right, there's a place I just passed called Yetheridge Farm, which looks really nice. It says like caravan and camping campsite type place, and before that I passed the Two Moors Way, actually, crossing onto my road and off again around Thelbridge Barton. We're between Thelbridge Barton and Chorley. When I get to Chorley I can turn right to Cholmley or go straight ahead, either way. I get on the road and turn left. It takes me all the way down to Copplestone, which I use Copplestone to get to Oakhampton.